Hello everybody, this is going to be part 2 of my One Dangerous Zombie run. If all goes well, it will be the finale. But let's get right into it. We left off in the residence. I had just collected the red book for the puzzle that leads to Plant 42. But let's get started. I will put this in here until I go to fight the boss. Let's go. And I have taken damage in the previous episode of this. It was originally gonna attempt to be a no damage run, but Forrest got a hold of me, so I took damage. But I'm still gonna try to do this as a minimal damage run, I guess. Alright. He just came through the door. So now we're gonna bait him in here. There he is. That way we won't have to deal with him in this room any longer, because we will travel through it a couple more times. I don't need that.
Richard! Chris! Chris, stop! No!
Oh,
Richard.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
now this puzzle is pretty easy. You just activate the switches in the order that it showed you. And that quick little cutscene. It's gonna fail right here, and we're gonna have to restore pressure. In order to do so, you could either go over to the valves and brute force it, or you could walk right here. Let's see which number you need to push. In this case, it will be 2. And we repeat steps 2 and 3.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
And once the shutters close, you drain the water. Simple enough. Shoving him over here, yeah. we're here, we're gonna brute force our way through this keypad. That was lucky. I mean, that'll never happen again on the first try, but okay. I'm not complaining at all. We're gonna go ahead and open that door up because we are going to use Rebecca and the V-Jolt here in a moment. Just to make the Plant 42 fight a little bit easier and save some ammo. And I'm gonna go ahead and solve the bookcase puzzle, or the bookshelf puzzle. And get that out of my inventory real fast. And this is a pretty simple puzzle. You will go 1 with 4, 2 with 6, and 3 with 7. And that's that. There's the Plant 42 boss fight room, but we're not going to go there just yet. How do I want to do this? Do I want to use the Magnum to kill it quickly? Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm going to put this gun up, and this gun up for now. Pull that bad boy out. Should not need these. And just in case I take a hit or two, I'm going to grab that. Oh no, I won't get Rebecca. Because I did Richard. I kept Richard alive, so Rebecca won't come to save me. So, I'll also grab that to use that ammo instead of just letting it sit in the gun. And if for whatever reason those 6 shotgun shells do not take it down, I'll have the Magnum as backup. Which the 6 shotgun shells shouldn't, anyway, because I won't be able to use the V-Jolt. But that's not a big deal, it's not a big problem. And I have been letting cutscenes play out, and I will continue to do so. And during the cutscenes, I will not talk. I didn't know that was a thing. That was a very sloppy Plant 42 fight. But that's why I came with the first aid spray.
Oh, you scared me. You okay?
Yeah, it's dead. But Richard, he's gone.
I'm sorry.
It's my fault. I should have watched out for him.
I found a pharmaceutical room. I think I can come up with something useful. I'll be there. I'm glad you're still okay.
I'm glad you're okay, Rebecca. You've been a trooper since Resident Evil 0. I do like how, though, in the remake and the HD remaster, well, mostly just the remake. 1 second.
Wesker?
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Thought you were with her.
Yeah, I know. We got separated.
I see. Anyway, we better find a way out of here before we turn into zombie food. Got any suggestions, Wesker?
We should get a better grip on the situation. There must be areas still to be explored in that other mansion. Chris, I want you to check them out one more time. I'll continue my investigation here.
Sure thing.
I do like how, in the remake, they made Rebecca a whole lot more competent, it seems. Obviously, they fixed the dialogue, made it more sensible and like an actual person would speak. But I don't know, I enjoy it. This done to be... Well, let me do this first. I'm done with this done. I need that key. Do this though, so I don't forget at a later time. I don't need it right now, so I'll place this and this back in. Grab that, those, and this. Do I need anything else? No. Alright. And then I'll grab, not that, but one of these. So I'll have 2 blue herbs in case I get bit by a snake. One going there and one coming back. There's another one where the dodge spawn, or where the dodges are right before you use the drink. So I have that one as well.
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Chris to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad! Damn!
rotate those two out so I don't have to deal with them later. I was hoping that I could stun lock them, but it didn't happen. Or hit stun them at least. Luckily this is not a no damage run, otherwise I would have restarted the previous video. I will collect these items. Now always eliminate these first 3 hunters. There's that. Just top my health back off because I did get hit. Do that. We'll put this in here. Let me think. I'll have to stop at an item box again. It's not a big deal. and switch these because I prefer the dagger. I prefer wasting daggers over the grenades. He did not go down. I didn't have to kill him, but I prefer to. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I will actually do this. Let this guy grab me. I'll take that hit in the face like a champ. He should get up again. Yeah. And I'll let this guy grab me. Pop that. That should eliminate all the threats in the murder hallway. So now I'm gonna equip this. I could go fight Yon. What am I looking at? I'm fine. I think it should be okay. One, two, three. Four, 5, 6, 7. This will give us the second book that we need later on. unlock this door. Run down here and drop the butts off. We'll drop the butts and the battery off. Do that. No, I don't need that. Actually, yeah, just as soon as I pick up the yellow gem, hunters are gonna spawn, and I'd rather not accidentally get decapitated. So go ahead and get full health. Grab that. Get another defensive item. Grab the first ammo disc. Do this real quick. It is not necessary by any means, but if you want a little bit extra shotgun ammo, you do this. And you can never have too many shotgun shells. And just because I will have more than enough ammo to finish the game, I'm going to have me a little fun with this fella in here. Go ahead and do this. I couldn't remember what was in that little cabinet, so I just had to check. I'm going to do this out of order. Normally I would wait until I come back from the caves to do Spencer's study, but just to go ahead and knock this whole little section out of the way, I'll go ahead and do it now.
Rebecca! Is she upstairs?
Don't know exactly how long you have, but I know it's not very long. So try to waste as little time as possible grabbing the shotgun shells if you want them. Not necessary. This is what you need. Metal object, grab it. And then we will go upstairs and save Miss Rebecca.
Rebecca,
Chris!
you okay?
I didn't mean to get you worried.
We can't stay here any longer. We have to get to the others and find a way out of here. You with me?
Yes.
Then I'll go ahead. Until then, Rebecca, you're on your own. Stay cool and use your better judgment. Got it?
I can handle myself.
Good luck.
And we saved Rebecca. So now we have guaranteed that she will be with us in the end game. And we have locked that part of the gate in again. Run over here, deposit the metal object, and pull out the crank and the battery. Oh yeah, and the ammo disc needs to go up too. that. Got that, and I will be right back in just 1 second. I have to check something. Alright, sorry about that small little delay there. Where were we? We got the crank in the battery. Okay. And normally, that scene with Rebecca, I would wait to play out until after I returned from the caves, just to streamline the run a little bit. But since this is not a speed run, and mostly since it's not a speed run, it really didn't matter. I went ahead and got it taken care of. Put the items I needed to collect from that room into the item box so I would have them on my way back. Just in case a snake bites me. I've gotten decent with dodging on the way back through from the residence, but going this way, I always manage to get bit. I haven't quite figured out what I need to do, or exactly how I need to approach the line I need to take to avoid from getting bit. Wait for him to run. It always gets me. It didn't poison me though, but it always bites me. I guess I just need to approach it more with a wide berth around that corner. But it's okay. Looking too far out. Yeah, I was. Battery in. Battery. Alright. We'll go use the crank. This will be the last time we'll have to use the square crank. Or the green handled crank, however you want to remember it. And we can put it up at the next item box visit. And this is probably going to be my last big run on RE Remaster. I will visit it again on stream. Like, I'll work on knocking my speed down some, getting better routes ran, you know, just stuff like that. But I think it would be interesting because there have been several people do no damage runs. But I think it would be interesting to try and attempt a no damage run with the ODZ modifier, just to make it a little bit more challenging, considering you can't use a defensive item on Forest.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait. Enrico!
Umbrella.
Enrico! Double crosser?
Who could it be? But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like that with the one dangerous zombie modifier, it'll be a little bit more, slightly more challenging of a no damage run, because you won't be able to rely on the defensive items in case he grabs you. So you'll have to absolutely dodge him and avoid him at all costs, as well as doing a normal no damage run. I just feel like it would be a little bit more challenging, slightly more interesting. It may be something I attempt in the future, it may not be. It's a thought. Alright, now we can deposit this. We'll never use it again. I will not need this, hopefully. I don't know why I was going that way. My next fight is Black Tiger. So I will use that on him. I should not need the shotgun as of right now. I think Black Tiger is the last enemy in here that I absolutely have to fight. So yeah, we're gonna go with this. Technically speaking, I do not have to fight Black Tiger, but I'd rather just eliminate him, get him out of the way, it out of the way, because I don't like spiders. Black Tiger's dead. I'll run out here, reset the room so I don't have to deal with the spitting spider on the top of the baby spiders that it spawns when it dies. I don't need the knife because Chris is lucky enough to have a flamethrower that he could have some fun with. can turn this crank as many times as you would like. It is highly recommended, however, that you turn it 3 times. Because as soon as you exit out of the menu, this happens. If you don't turn it 3 times, you just get squished. Very anticlimactic end to the journey of Chris and or Jill. It's my favorite puzzle in the game right here. No sarcasm in that comment at all. It's not a difficult puzzle. It's really not. It's a pretty simple one. But it's just tedious. I don't plan on using it, I just would rather have those last 2 shots that I had available to me right at the moment in it already. Just in case something does happen where I do find myself in a situation where I may need 4 magnum rounds. I'm going to remove the shaft, combine it with the cylinder, use it, and then type in the ever so difficult code of 4231 to activate the elevator. We shall proceed deeper into the depths of the caves, where we will meet Miss Lisa Trevor yet again. Go this way first. This is the area that Lisa spawns in. She is easy to manipulate in this situation. She spawns at whatever camera angle you activate first. So what we want to do is spawn her here, and we'll go down here. Hug that corner for no reason. push that container onto that lift. And as soon as we're able to move again, we'll go raid a secret stash for magnum ammo and another defensive item. Just on top of these boxes. All of the defensive items that I've picked up are not necessary to complete the run. I just like having them because why not? I mean, if there's a way that you could avoid, even if you get grabbed, if there's a potential way that you could avoid taking damage, why not utilize it, you know? Now that we're going to spawn Lisa down here, boop, right there in that little corner. I'm going to go back this way. You can dodge her in this little corner that I just went around. But sometimes she still can do a wide swing and catch you if you're not careful. So just to eliminate that altogether, just spawn her at the bottom, run back towards this door. Be done with that. You wouldn't want to do the run that I'm taking, or the route and the choices I'm making this run are not very efficient for a speed run. So if you're attempting a speed run, just take the risks usually. But since this is not a speed run, I'm just playing it as safe as possible. We're going to do pretty much the same thing we did with the first time we entered the chamber with Lisa. We're going to spawn her at the top camera angle. We're going to activate a lever and then work our way around towards the bottom. So boop. She's walking this way. I'm going to hit this lever. We have 15 seconds to get to this locking mechanism. Run down. Go this way. And use the broken flamethrower, and the door's unlocked. And we're done with the caves. Should have grabbed this on your way out, and voila. Since we're here, we're going to go ahead and grab this fella. Do this. We're done with this. Be on our way. What's up, Trog? We met the alligator. Oh, in the lake. What'd you think about it? Did you fight it as the boss, or did you do this little hidden cutscene? The boss? Okay. Well, if you didn't see the cutscene, I'm not gonna tell you how it happens or what it entails. It's just a neat little Easter egg. What did you think of it? Did it scare you? I know the first time I fought it, it made me really uncomfortable. This was during the segment where I was like, let's give a sneak peek of what's to come in the next stream, which doesn't work so well when I'm streaming live. I didn't think much of him, but then I didn't try to fight him all that much. See, it's a pretty simple fight. Like once you do start doing it, I don't know if you finished it or not, but once you do start actually fighting him, it's pretty simple once you figure out the mechanics. But there is I will say this much, there is a hidden scene before the fight that if you do a certain thing, it triggers it. And it's a neat little nod if you haven't seen it before. You got him to eat you. Was that when you ended the stream, is after he snapped on a little piece of Leon? Alright. Safety save, because I've always had bad luck with reset seams. Oh gosh, I just remembered I saved right before his fight, and I just remembered also that I killed the merchant. Also went through and deleted all of the saves. How hard will my game be now? Pretty difficult. But, I mean, it's manageable, I'm sure. My save screen is so patriotic, how so? All the tellers. Yeah, even if the merchant is dead, I mean, you just still find pretty much everything you could buy, generally, in the world. But you can't upgrade anything. You obviously can't use the, can't buy or use a rocket launcher. Nothing like that. But if it is true, it should, I mean, it'll obviously be a little bit more difficult, but not by a whole lot.
You're a bit of a mess-up. Chris, take a piece of the action.
I don't think I will. It's not true, I did get worried for a second though. That's good. Not that you got worried, but that it's not true. Like, I wonder if it would be possible to, where'd he go? I wonder if it'd be possible for Lisa to not Wester off. Like, I doubt it would be, considering he's a crucial part later in the game. But, like, I think that would be interesting for that to happen. I feel like I'm too far off, so I probably won't be able to use this. Oh, well, it's close enough. I didn't mean to skip that. That's a habit. I have let every other cutscene play up to that point. Alright, let's see. How many? I've saved up 3 grenades. That is just enough. What I'll do is I'll replace this with this. I'll bring down my shotgun shells. I don't need the ammo disc at the moment. That should be all I need. Yeah. And this is why I save my grenade. I do have them equipped, right? Yeah, this is why I save my grenades. Do not throw up on me. Get away from the stairs. Oh, there's one behind me too. It's fine. Get out of here before that grenade explodes. I didn't make it in time. The guy behind me was not the one I wanted to use the grenade on. So I'm gonna go back and do this. Beautiful. It would have been had I been able to get away quick enough. But since I was not able to use the 3rd grenade on the zombie that I wanted to use it on, I'm gonna pray for good RNG and have this just in case I do not get said RNG. I'll try to manipulate it in my favor a little bit and let him grab me. And there it is. That's what I wanted. So, since you what am I trying to say? Since you finished Spider-Man, um, do you have any plans for what your other streaming game may be, or is it secret? Alright, I'll grab this. And this. No idea. Resident Evil 4 may become the marquee game for the time being. That's cool. So you have decided, I would imagine, that you are gonna actually end up streaming this game, maybe not in its entirety, but for the time being at least. I was thinking of starting up Infamous, but I think that may be too similar to Spider-Man. I want variety. I did see how it can be similar to Spider-Man. It's a fun game though. I've never played it personally, but I did have a buddy. Well, I watched a buddy of mine play it in its almost entirety. I enjoyed watching it. Which game are you talking about that I don't want to complete yet? One second. Oh, okay. I don't know if you heard that or not, but my computer started talking to me. I think it's because... Yeah, thank you for the host, I appreciate it. I still had your channel open apparently in one of my other tabs. That freaked me out a little bit. But, which game were you talking about? You may not have said this, I may have misunderstood you, or thinking of something completely different, but the last time, or when you first started streaming RE4, I thought you said that you may not want to turn this into a game that you complete on stream. I could be wrong. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I definitely said that. I'm still not sure, as I say. I don't commit to a full playthrough until I see the credits roll. That's a good way to do it, too. Because then nobody can hold it against you if, you know, something goes wrong. Exactly. Well, unless something goes horribly wrong in the last fight, we will be getting a good, complete ending with Chris. Which, if I'm not mistaken, was what was voted for on my little poll I did. So. Is he dead? I think I cleared my path out. Pretty sure I did. I think I told you about it. I think you missed the spot in the stream where it happened when it did happen. I may not have told you though, but there was one of my hard mode runs, and the zombie that was in the hallway that I just passed through, that I stuck the dagger in the head first to make sure I did a critical hit. I had Barry's Magnum, and I shot him, and his head didn't blow off. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna have enough time to do everything I need to do, and him not respawn as a Crimson Head. Well, as soon as I got the nitro canister, and as soon as I stepped out of the door, he returned as a Crimson Head, and that was the most stressful part in this game that I've ever experienced. That's why I'll be sure to decapitate that zombie now, no matter what I'm doing.
Rebecca!
I saw you in the inner garden. I finally caught up.
Well,
I feel like
glad you're okay. No more following. Just stay with me, kid.
That's my plan, sir.
I feel like I remember that, not 100% sure though. I may have told you. I don't remember myself. Or you may have seen it, I'm not sure. But I feel like the whole situation that just played out with the dialogue between Chris and Rebecca, most of what happened to Rebecca would have been avoided had she just stuck with Chris. But, what do I know? That was definitely Jill's voice actress for a second there, don't kid me. I didn't notice.
Wesker.
So you've
But you're
come.
probably right.
Chris, you make me proud. But of course you are one of my men.
Thanks. Since when, Wesker?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Since when have they been slipping you a paycheck?
I think you're a bit confused. I've always been with Umbrella. And stars were Umbrella's. No, rather, my little piggies. The tyrant virus leaked, polluting this whole place. And unfortunately, I had to give up my lovely members of Stars.
You killed them with your own dirty hands! You son of a bitch!
No.
Oh yes, dear. Just like this.
Rebecca!
Don't move!
You...
I don't think you want to die just yet. I have something that's of some interest to you.
I would say so.
The ultimate life form. Tyrant.
Wesker, you've become senile.
Chris, you'll never understand. It's magnificent.
Come on, you test tube freak.
Really, Chris? You're gonna just mess up like that? Whatever. Oh, he juked me. Okay, that voice acting was just so great, but I didn't know Rebecca was about to get a bullet in her heart chambers. Have you never seen a Chris playthrough with the cutscenes played out?
Rebecca!
Chris,
It's a good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest. There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I could share this experience with you, except for that one cutscene with the water drains. But that's a universal cutscene, so... I would say it's a...
What is it?
I found a file in the lab. Apparently, there's still a lot of tyrant virus here. We should blow this whole place up.
Right. The show must go on. I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
I'm on it. I'll start the self-destruct system I found a little while ago.
It's not like we're out of this yet. I'll see you on the outside.
Outside.
I'd say it's a very... solid case of plot armor. Well, honey, going back to work at the hospital. Let me grab my bulletproof vest. Yeah.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Why didn't they get the self-destruct voice to do the water pressure stuff? Maybe the woman who was in the aqua ring at the time was the only person on staff to do the recording.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Or maybe they were going to use the person from the aqua ring both times, but after they heard
Jill?
how poor it was, they hired a new person.
You're okay.
Chris, it's Wesker. He...
I know. But first, let's get out of here.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
I don't think I'll need the shells that are inside the cell, so I'm not even going to worry with them.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating.
That is the most likely scenario. Maybe so.
Let's get going!
The self-destruct system has been activated.
I don't know how well
Personnel must evacuate immediately.
the super tyrant fight is going to go, so I'm going to grab this just in case. It's probably just a green herb knowing my luck, but it'll help.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate
It's not
immediately.
the correct way to go.
Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
I would love it during this mode when the rocket shoots at the super tyrant.
System has been
Forrest does a slow motion jump in front of the rocket, killing everybody and rendering the playthrough completion impossible. That would be heartbreaking. But it would be very funny, I will agree with you.
the self-destruct system
It would be something very interesting to see. I didn't realize I had that many Magnum ammo rounds.
deactivating and releasing all locks.
Something very interesting to see. Okay, there it was. I was getting worried for a second.
Activated.
Should not need these. Let me check and see what this is. Just a green herb. 2 green herbs. Is it worth it? No. No. Whatever. It's already in my inventory. I'll take it anyway.
This is Brad. Running out of fuel. This is your last chance. If there's anyone alive, give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all logs. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must... 3 minutes to detonation.
The self-destruct system's activated.
Good work. Brad's up in the helicopter.
Those things are coming.
I'll take care of them.
But,
Chris, you just get in contact with Brad somehow.
okay.
I feel like the Chris's story, like Chris's good ending, is the canon Resident Evil story. I feel like that makes the most sense. Like, I don't know if it is or not, but I just, in my personal opinion, I feel like his story with the good completion was how this story actually played out canon-wise.
Chris!
You okay?
Yeah.
Chris, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Stay away from Rebecca. Do not kill her right now. I'd be so upset if you do, Tarek. And she read it to explode, but now she's shot that she survived, or that he survived. It was her game all along. 100% depletion hype. Yeah. See, now this ending makes more sense with the third person being, you know, Jill's story, it's Barry, Chris's, it's Rebecca. I feel like Rebecca's quick little scene there was the absolute perfect thing it could have been. Because she's tired. She's been through God knows what. Well, we know what she's been through because we play both of her stories, but... And then Barry, when you're playing as Jill, he's sitting there, here, let me just play with my gun a little bit. I may need to check and make sure I still have all 6 shots. Yep, I still have all 6 shots, and I'm doing good, okay. But this was one dangerous zombie mode, normal. Dead ending with Chris. And it has been completed. I don't know if you were in here at the time, but I was thinking that I'm gonna be done with this for a while. I may, you know, revisit it, practicing some speedrunning routes or whatnot. But I think it would be interesting to try and work out a no damage mode or a no damage run while doing the one dangerous zombie. Because, you know, in a normal no damage mode, you could just use a defensive item to get out of it, grab and avoid damage or whatever. But with one dangerous zombie, at least during the Mansion 1 segment, you cannot use defensive items against Forrest either, so you would honestly have to just straight up avoid him. And I feel like that would be a little extra challenge to a no damage mode run, and I thought it may be interesting to attempt. I let all cutscenes play except for one.
Chris,
So let's see how quickly you did it. Just over 3 hours. If I hadn't have messed up a couple times and got confused in my routing, with all cutscenes playing, you could still complete the game in under the 3 hour mark. Didn't even get a sub 3 hour. Noob. I am a noob. I know. Such a shame. But that is finished now. I have every teller up here, or I have a teller for every difficulty except for the normal easy mode, or the easy mode. I have very easy for the purple. I have real survival in blue. Invisible enemy yellow, hard red, normal white. All I need is whatever color easy is. And I would have them all. I'm thinking about doing another stream tonight. But I don't know what I want to do. You think I should start Resident Evil 0 or just hold off on it for another day or so? What's your honest opinion? Doom, it's, I think I'm still in the same mission. I played it last time on stream. I hadn't forgot about it, but I don't know. I just haven't been streaming it. I probably could. I need to, but I don't really have a reason for me not doing it. It will get finished. I promise it will get finished. But I get so lost in Doom when I play it because it's just such a fun game that I just get lost in it. Like I feel like if I will continue doing Doom. Not a doubt in my mind. You have my 100% guarantee. And I feel like in order for me to do Doom effectively, I'll need to start streaming it up earlier into the day. That's the worst rationalization I've ever heard. I just feel like they need to stream it earlier in the day because I do get lost and enjoy it so much and I spend so much time on it. I get so lost in it. It's just such a fun game. Let me not play it for a while. No. It's I think just because I do enjoy it so much, I will end up spending a whole lot of time on it in it, so I feel like in order to do a Doom stream justice without me getting tired or me staying up until like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'll have to start a Doom stream earlier, which I can start doing. I can start streaming Doom earlier in the day, and then my late night streams can be Resident Evil 0 or Resident Evil 4 or whatever survival type horror game I decide to play that night. Fair enough. RIP. Resi 0 I vote for. I did do that. I could start a stream. It will be... wait, I thought you said you had stuff to do tonight. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? Okay, that's fair enough. I just started a stream, a Resi 0 stream, but you know, it'll take me a second to get everything set up since I'm doing it on the console. So, Dios mío, that was a close one. So, give me, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes to get everything set up and get all my titles and stuff reset and whatnot, and I'll have a Resident Evil 0 stream starting in probably around 2:45 if y'all will still be around. If not, I appreciate everybody who stopped by and hung out with me. All the support is truly appreciated. If you liked what you saw, feel free to give me a follow. I would not be opposed to that. But if y'all will join me in about 10 minutes, I will start up Resident Evil 0. So until then, I bid you adieu.